beautiful day on the island of Sodor, Luke, the young narrow-gauge engine, was watching the animals in the meadow while resting when Duncan popped up. He was feeling impatient.
What are you doing, Luke? Don't you know that the Duke and Duchess of Bloxford are coming to Sodor this week?
I do, Duncan. I'm just watching my friend the deer while I'm having a rest.
Well, now is not the time for spotting wildlife. Now get moving!
I'm not sure the animals are going to last another day of Duncan's impatience.
Mind your manners, Duncan. Later, when Duncan stopped for water at the Blue Mountain Quarry, Rheneas was already there being filled up.
Hurry up, Rheneas! I've got work to do. I've got work to do, Duncan. Just wait your turn. I don't have the time to wait. You old engines just slow me down. Gills comes with a yellow sod. I heard that!
Duncan doesn't seem to have any manners at all. That night at the engine depot, the engines were talking about Duncan's behavior.
Duncan seems to be so full of himself since he heard that the Duke and Duchess are coming to Sodor.
I know. Luke told me about him frightening the animals at the meadow, and he was very impatient with me when he had to wait while we finished up clearing leaves off the line.
He even said that Mr. Percival's old China glade blades were so old-fashioned that they wouldn't be useful.
Oh, I wouldn't worry about him, Skarloey. Duncan just needed to mind his manners and be polite like a smart gentleman.
We know, Bertram.
If only we can find a way to stop Duncan from being rude and stubborn all the time.
Or even just for one day.
Exactly. That's why I've told Mr. Percival about it this afternoon. He said he'll deal with Duncan in the morning.
Will you all shut up and try to sleep here?
Ho-ho! Mind your manners, Duncan!
Trust me, guys. Tomorrow will be better after that.
The next morning, the Thin Controller came to the quarry with important news about the Duke and Duchess.
The Duke and Duchess are hosting a dinner party on Sodor tonight at their summer house. But they need some glasses and plates for the guests to eat their food on. Peter, Sam, I would like you to pick them up from the Mountain Village station and bring them back here. James will pick them up this afternoon.
Yes, sir.
And tomorrow, they said they would like a tour of our railway. So I'll need an engine to show them around in this special coach.
This was the moment Duncan had been waiting for.
I'm the perfect engine for the job, sir.
Is that so, Duncan? Well, I've been hearing from the other engines that you've been very rude and impatient lately.
What? No! Well, no more than usual.
No more? It has been more than usual.
And it's been making everyone very cross and annoyed.
That's just the way I am. And you can all like it or not, because I'm not changing your options.
Well, I don't like it, Duncan. And if you want a chance to take on important passengers tomorrow, you will have to be polite and mind your own manners for the rest of today. But Duke and Duchess are very important people, and they want a smart and polite engine to take them, and not a rude one. And if you do well, I will consider having you as one of the options for tomorrow.
Duncan wasn't sure about this, but he really wanted the chance to take the Duke and Duchess around the railway.
Of course, sir. I can do that.
There's a good engine. But don't forget, be polite and mind your manners all day. And that includes you, Sir Handel.
Oh, come on! I wasn't even being rude to anyone!
Duncan was determined to be the one to pull the Duke and Duchess, but he didn't know what manners were.
How do I be polite?
Well, Duncan, you have to behave nicely, saying please and thank you for a start, and...
That sounds easy. I can do that.
Wait, Duncan, there's more than that!
At the junction, Thomas was telling his friends about Duncan.
Luke and Paxton told me that Duncan's been very rude lately, but today he's going to try and be polite for a whole day.
Do you think he'll do it, Thomas?
To be honest, I doubt he will. Ha! Well, it won't bother me, because I won't even go anywhere near him as I have to pick up the plates. He probably won't be the one bringing the plates to me, as he'll be the one that would break things. Now, if you excuse me, I've got to go and pick up my special.
And James puffed away. Later that day, Duncan was still working in the quarry, but he still didn't understand about manners. Every time he came across an engine, he would shout out, "Please," and "Thank you," but not in a proper way.
Please and thank you. Please and thank you. This'll surely get me the chance for the Duke and Duchess.
Duncan was so busy with his so-called manners that he forgot to watch where he was going. Luckily, nobody was hurt, but the yard was a complete mess, and all the plates in James's trucks were all smashed into pieces.
Bang goes our supper. What have you done, Duncan? You've ruined my special!
Oops.
The thin controller was very cross.
Duncan, you have caused considerable confusion and delay. I told you to mind your manners and be polite, but you still caused an accident.
I don't understand, sir. I said please and thank you like Rusty told me to say.
Duncan, there's more to manners than just saying the magic words. You just need to behave nicely. Take your time and don't interrupt others.
Oh no, I am so sorry.
I should think so too. Now that Duke and Duchess haven't got any plates for their dinner party tonight. They are all broken. I shall have to tell them the bad news.
Then, Duncan had an idea.
Please, sir, I have an idea. Has your wife still got old china plates? If so, maybe they could use them for tonight instead.
That, Duncan, is a splendid idea. Can you pass the message to her? I hope he doesn't muck this up as well.
Duncan arrived at the Percival's house. Skarloey was there, with Mrs. Percival along with her china plates. Duncan told them about what had happened and about his idea.
That sounds like a great idea.
Thank you.
Duncan and Skarloey delivered the plates back to James. James's truck was soon loaded, and he puffed away.
Thank you, everyone.
Duncan was pleased to have saved the day, but he was sure his chances of taking the Duke and Duchess were now gone.
Duncan, the Duke and Duchess and their guests have had a wonderful feast last night, and it's all thanks to your quick thinking about the new, old plates to replace the broken ones.
Thank you, sir. But I still didn't mind my manners and nearly messed everything up.
True, although I think I have been wrong to ask you to be polite all day.
You do grumble a lot, but that's just the way you are.
Exactly. Your idea has helped save the day. So as a reward, you can take the Duke and Duchess on the tour of our railway today.
Why, thank you, sir. Ha! I knew I would be chosen for the job.
What? You weren't being polite yesterday.
You just don't know how to be polite, Sir Handel.
What? Yes, I do. You just want to keep the job yourself.
Did not.
Did too.
Did not.
Did too.
Did not.
Did too.
Oh dear.
Oh, that's just like Sir Handel and Duncan. They can't stay polite for long.
Yes, Bertram, we know.